Hello Aries, Aries rising and Aries moon people. This is your weekly your monthly astrological horoscope for November 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you out there, remember these horoscopes talk about the long-standing background energies of any given month. And that if you are ever looking for more of a weekly aspect or a daily kind of aspect, sort of a short term, less than 2 weeks kind of energy, you definitely want to look at your weekly horoscopes. The first half of them are always exclusively astrology, so there's something in it for everybody. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on with November? Well, all November, we still have Mars, planet of action, energy, passion, and conviction, in your 7th house of partnerships. This is your closest one-on-one relationships. And what do I always say? It's the area that talks about your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people that you have your closest one-on-one bonds with. And Mars is working on trying to sift into a place where are they going to be operating at their best? Where are we learning to become, I guess you could say, a stronger, more dynamic, more productive pair? And with Mars, Mars achieves this through bonding and opportunities to bond. Whether it's bonding over tackling issues, bonding sometimes over tearing down boundaries with conflicts and arguments, calling out stuff that maybe we've been afraid to call out. Sometimes this can bring us together by bringing in a great big project to, sort of quest over. But with Mars in the 7th house, you are intended to be surrounded by, again, people who are going to stay with you true blue. And there could be a bit of a shake-up, with Mars in the 7th house. You may be finding out that your BFF is not meant to be given the responsibilities or maybe even the title in your life that another friend is actually better suited for. However, if you have been noticing a bit of a drift with a close friend, or again, even a romantic partner or a business partner or something along those lines, Mars will be putting this relationship to the test to see who is strong enough to step up to the plate, as in both of you, not just who, it definitely doesn't project onto you or to the other, it's both at the same time. Who is going to be able to make this work? Because in addition to maybe closing the gap and a drift, it's also going to see, well, okay, performance evaluation time, who's all supposed to be here? The nice thing about Mars, though, again, is that it's going to be bringing a lot of passion, a lot of affection, a lot of energy to this area, so anything that may have been stagnant will start to have its evolutionary opportunity. On the 4th of the month, we do have a full moon in Taurus, which is in your 2nd house, your earned income and employment sector. And for the first 2 weeks of the month, a lot of job hunters, or people who are trying to get away from a certain financial commitment or a financial bind that they are in, or even move on to a better job, are going to find that, the cycle of seeking is coming to a bit of an end. A lot of people do tend to put in their notice, their 2 weeks, their 30 days, in the 2 weeks following a full moon, because they will have found a better opportunity. This could be something that actually elevates you by, again, promising better pay or just a much more agreeable work culture. With the full moon in Taurus, if this does not happen by taking you out to a different employer or to a different company, this may actually just allow you to transfer or make a move to a better role with the employer that you have, almost feeling entirely like a brand new job, new authority figure, or possibly even a completely new, I guess you could say, work routine or roster to get familiar with. On the 5th of the month, we've got Mercury, planet of communications, haste and speed, moving into Sagittarius, into your 9th house of travel, government and legal proceedings, as well as your cultural expansion, broadcasting. And this is a lovely aspect, especially for those of you that may have been feeling like something going on with one of these areas has been a bit sluggish. If you've been feeling like maybe a doctorate program that you're in, a school program that you're trying to get into, maybe a court case that you're involved in, a lawsuit, or possibly even just an opportunity to, again, get some traveling done or get some kind of permit, this is going to be speeding up wherever, we've been, again, going a bit slow. If we've been trying to get something off the ground, like a website for our business, trying to promote ourselves, this is where we start to see a lot more activity. And Mercury's going to be here all month, so If you've been hoping, that this is actually going to help speed up any kind of payoff or, any kind of forced fruition that maybe, again, you're just kind of sick and tired of having to deal with it or sit around waiting for it, Mercury is going to be giving this whole area a big shot of caffeine, so you can expect things to start picking up a lot more quickly. On the 7th of the month, we've got Venus, planet of love, harmony, and attraction, moving into your 8th house of intimacy, shared resources, and self-employment income. And you are going to be seeing a considerable boost to any kind of passive income or additional income that you are used to getting, especially those of you who work for yourselves, work in sales. Maybe you make extra money by dividends, investments, commissions, tips, things along those lines. Venus is going to be giving all of them a considerable boost and making it a lot easier to actually gain that extra income. On the other side of it, it's also, again, working on enhancing intimate communication between you and a partner. And for those of you who are single and looking, this may also draw a new intimate partner to you, especially if you're putting yourself out there. Because Venus puts us in the role of becoming the magnet. Now, we can't keep the magnet behind closed doors if we want the magnet to do what it's supposed to do. And again, Venus is going to be there all month, so make sure that you take some time to put yourself out there. On the 18th of the month, we've got a new moon in this area, in this 8th house. And this is, again, the opportunity for a new side piece of income, or again, a new opportunity to make extra money on your own outside of your regular salary or hourly income. If you're trying to perhaps add an additional service to something that you provide, if you work for yourself, or you're trying to start a business of your own. We've also got Jupiter in this area for the next year and some change. So a lot of you Aries people out there may be finding that side incomes are starting to become easier to come by. Passive income, whether they're royalties, whether it's, again, money that you're making off of a hobby, or possibly even something that you're making, again, doing investments. This new moon is going to actually grant you the opportunity to sort of build on that and maybe actually increase the revenue that you would actually be drawing from this. If you don't have one yet, or you haven't found one yet, an opportunity may actually present itself between the 18th of the month and the very end of the month, so keep an open mind. On the 21st of the month, we've got the Sun moving into Sagittarius, into that 9th house of government, legal proceedings, travel, broadcasting, and culture. And we're looking at a way to get more out of this area. Wherever the Sun goes, we bring a lot of energy towards healing, improvements, and of course, getting more out of what we already have. A lot of you may be noticing that there are opportunities at the end of this month to expand on your education. This is a wonderful opportunity for those of you thinking about going to school, maybe actually working on updating any kind of certification program that you're already a part of, or perhaps actually trying to leverage your education or to stretch a major or a degree that you have to get you into a different type of job market. The Sun in the 9th house will also draw a lot of attention from the outside, of the parameters around your immediate community. This is wonderful for those of you who do actually make your business online or in publishing. And some of you may actually find that even contacts from your earlier days, actually getting connected to maybe spiritual institutions, academic institutions that you used to be a part of, are actually going to start drawing in new opportunities to actually expand either, again, your spiritual path, your academic path, or even your multicultural exposure during this time. You're going to be seeing a lot of mind-opening, experience-opening, fence-knocking down kinds of energies that come from this. I see a lot of travel opportunities coming from this as well, so if you're trying to actually get out and do more traveling, the Sun in Sagittarius from the 21st of this month up until about the end of the 3rd week of December is going to allow you to actually get a lot of that energy planned out, get that all focused, and also get that locked down. So those of you that have been feeling that itch to travel, that wanderlust, this is going to be a really supportive energy for you. Finally, near the end of the month, on the 22nd, we've got Neptune turning direct after being retrograde for almost 6 months. You know, and when Neptune's retrograde, it tends to work on trying to dispel illusions. It can sometimes make a person more suspicious, but at the same time, Neptune retrograde is about uncovering secrets. It's about revealing secrets. It's about spilling beans, so to speak. Sometimes people with Neptune retrograde in their natal charts have a tendency to accidentally share too much. And with Neptune retrograde in your 12th house, Pisces, you know, you've been getting a lot of extra information about your past. You've been having a lot of illusions about your past being corrected, either by other people. You've been also finding out some secrets that have been very useful. Sometimes we find out secrets that are not so helpful, and sometimes they can be a little bothersome. But we're actually having a lot of those things revealed while we go through the Neptune retrograde process. When Neptune turns direct, however, Neptune actually allows us to do a bit of healing in this area. You know, and from the 22nd of this month going into June of 2018, there's an opportunity to kind of reconnect or again, even do some healing with some connections from our past that actually have a lot to do with the forgiveness, you know, letting bygones be bygones. Even though all of these secrets have been revealed, we're allowing to do some serious patching up. But it's very, very important with Neptune direct to pay attention to where sometimes we may accidentally decide to project a little bit more of a romantic, you know, fanciful, almost overly optimistic type of energy into this part of our chart. So be careful about dressing up the past to look way too much better than it really was. But also at the same time, if you're looking to heal and have everyone have a clean slate, this is the kind of energy you do want to have. So that is your horoscope for November. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.